is a hopeless jumble, and the raindrops tumble all around.
The Junior League of Santa Barbara is an organization of women, and we train women to be volunteers in the community. Our focus right now is literacy, so youth literacy, and so much of our effort is in that direction. The Junior League has been involved with the American Red Cross for quite a long time, over 20 years. In fact, we date back to, you may not know this, to 1925 during the earthquake in Santa Barbara, when it was the Junior League of the Junior League of Santa Barbara that created a volunteer corps here in Santa Barbara to help the American Red Cross to get blood to people in Santa Barbara who were affected by the earthquake. What we have done in the last 20 years is, in concert with our rummage sale, we used to have a donor marrow and blood drive for the community, and we've done that for over 20 years. In helping to identify patients who might be a donor match for primarily the patients who have aplastic anemia and don't have the ability to find a match easily. We do these drives to be able to give those patients a better chance at finding a match and having a marrow transplant. And it's really important to the Junior League for a couple of reasons. And one of the parts of our mission is to train volunteers, and this is a big effort. By mobilizing the community to come out and do this drive, our Junior League volunteers are learning about media relations, public relations, how to organize an event. In Santa Barbara, we're especially blessed because we have quite a diverse population of people. And for some, especially the Hispanic and some of the underserved communities, it is very difficult to find a match, and we have quite a rich population here. In fact, my husband has a background that is Basque, and it's a very sort of rare sort of line on his mother's side. And about 4 years ago, I had him come to the marrow donation drive, and he was a match. He went through a series of about 4 different layers of screens, from a physical to a blood typing match, and ultimately he was a match for a man who was outside of the country but was able to receive his you have an option when you get selected, and the physician will ultimately pick whether it is marrow donation or what currently is being done more frequently is a stem cell transplant, which is basically taking your blood, harvesting that. It's not embryonic stem cells, but it's harvesting that blood, reproducing it, and giving that particular person a chance at life. And so at the 1 year mark, which was about a year ago, the man was still alive. And so here in Santa Barbara, we were able to save a life through my husband's sort of rare lineage and his chance at donating. And so we are really blessed to be able to come full circle, to start with a marrow donation in Santa Barbara, to have him be selected and to be a part of that process, and a year later to be able to find out that this man is still alive as a result of his contribution. And so it's a very, very important thing that the Junior League is doing, and we believe that even in a small town like Santa Barbara, we can make a difference. It's very, very important for people to think when they sign up for the donor registry as to whether they're going to be able to follow through. From the minute he got that phone call, he knew that he wanted to do this, and if he could do anything else to help somebody else who was less fortunate than him, he knew he wanted to do this. So it begins very simply with a blood draw, because they want to check your blood type to make sure you're a match at first step. And this is all paid for by the marrow donor folks. The second step is for you to have a physical, because they want to make sure that you're healthy and able to do that. And from that point, it really leaves the Santa Barbara County area. You have an option of either going to UCLA or going to County of Orange for St. Joseph's Hospital, where they have a marrow donation station. And spouses can come along, they'll pick you up, you have a driver, you can stay in a hotel, and so we chose to drive ourselves because we wanted the flexibility of being able to, do what we wanted, but they offered to send us a limo, and it was pretty luxurious. Because he had a stem cell situation, his situation was such that he was actually in a room, hooked up, and his blood was taken out all day long. So the most uncomfortable thing for him was the fact that his arm was strapped down all day. Mm-hmm. So he literally just had to sit and watch TV and read until the process was over. At the end of it, it is an amazing process, because what they do is they take the cells, and this was an international patient, and so because this needs to be fresh, they take the cells and they do a chain of custody process where the nurse takes the cells away from my husband, the patient, and they document all of the information to make sure that. And there's a courier there waiting who will go to the airport and will likely get on the airplane and follow that bag all the way to the patient. So it's significant. That bag is going to save somebody's life, and it's amazing. He took a picture with one of the marrow donation. They're very generous, and they're very grateful to all the donors who are able to do this. So somebody comes from the Marrow Donor Registry and does a public thank you to you. So she took a picture with him, but she gave us a story, I don't remember her name, about how she went to Buenos Aires to actually deliver as part of her experience working at this foundation. And when she got there, the mother of her son, who was going to receive the stem cell blood, just hugged her and kissed her and thanked her. And she says, no, it's not me. I'm just here to deliver. It was a man back there who actually donated. And she says, I know, but you're the only thing I can touch and thank for this chance.
Somewhere over rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a